on Broadway on March 15th. Tracy Letts, thank you so much for joining us. Tracy
Thank you.
Let's do it all again and again.
In just a minute, Bill turns up the pit bull, but not Cat Stevens in the Listener Limerick Challenge. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to join us on the air. We'll be back in a minute with more of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me from NPR.
Please don't let it end now. Bum, bum, bum.
Support for this podcast and the following message come from the American Jewish World Service, working together for more than 30 years to build a more just and equitable world. Learn more at ajws.org.
News breaks and big stories change every day. That's why we're giving you NPR's 10-minute morning news podcast on Saturdays, too. I'm Scott Simon.
And I'm Lulu Garcia-Navarro. Up first, start your day with us weekdays at 6 Eastern and Saturdays at 8, a bit later to suit your weekend from NPR News.
From NPR and WBEZ Chicago, this is Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz. I'm Bill Curtis. We're playing this week with Hari Kondabolu, Peter Gross, and Amy Dickinson. And here again is your host at the Chase Bank Auditorium in downtown Chicago, Peter Sagal.
Thank you, Bill. In just a minute, Captain Bill's violating the rhyme directive in our Listener Limerick Challenge. If you'd like to play, give us a call at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. Right now, panel, some more questions for you from the week's news. Amy, a new study finds that if you're lonely, the cause may not be that you're single. It could be that you're just what?
Married. What?
Said with wisdom, sadness, and experience.
Depressed, Peter.
No, not that.
No.
It's not that obvious. I'll give you a hint. I was so lonely before I met Blanky.
Cold.
Yes, cold. So if you're feeling lonely, put away that cold pint of ice cream and pick up a hot pint of pizza.
That is so stupid.
Apparently there's a correlation
stupid.
between feeling isolated and feeling physically cold. Changes in temperature affect our sense of community. So if you're feeling lonely, skip the soul-shattering process of dating. Don't settle for a garbage person. Just move to Phoenix.
That is such
It's so
bull.
stupid.
I have been lonely in so many climates. That is absolutely. You're telling me it's body heat, like
there's no particular. I don't know if like body heat is why you want other people, but there's a psychological
I
correlation.
feel like they're just promoting more nude cooking.
I love when studies come up and people yell at you like it's all
Like
your
you
idea.
did.
Peter, no, that's not possible. No.
Hari, some good news for aspiring writers in Hollywood. More and more people in the film industry are hiring people to write what?
Depositions.
No.
Screenplays?
No. I'll give you a hint. One of the big problems they solve is, do you thank your agent before or after you thank God?
They're award speeches.
Yes, they're acceptance
Wow.
speeches. Brad Pitt is just one of the many stars who has hired a writer for his acceptance speeches. This seems bad, but on the other hand, it's basically the only way a person of color could get to write an Oscar speech this year.
Shut up! He's right.
Is it like ghostwriting a book? Like you just share everything and then they make your nonsense thoughts like cogent.
Presumably, yeah, that would be how it works. I mean, it's a bad idea when the guy doesn't know you, because, like, for example, one of Brad Pitt's speeches began, I haven't seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but I understand it's quite good. And then, of course, last year, he just completely plagiarized Michelle Obama's acceptance speech. Amy, after a guide was published online last week, Americans hotly debated the correct way to do what?
A guide. What room does this activity take place in?
It takes place in the bedroom, Amy.
What happens in the bedroom?
Just the most obvious thing that happens in the bedroom.
Sexing.
That's
Sexing.
Sleeping.
Yes.
Sexy.
Sexing.
We're going to talk about sleeping, and then we're going to double back and talk about whatever sexing is.
Last week, Somebody posted an online guide to sleeping positions showing the 18 possibilities. There are 18 possibilities, from back to side to what could best be described as a kind of face-down ostrich.
This sounds like the most boring Kama Sutra book in the world.
It really does. Experts say that most adults sleep in the fetal position on the side with the knees tucked. However, most adults in relationships sleep in the I can't feel my arms position.
That's true. I find every single night that I go to sleep one way and I wake up in another position and I'm like, how did I get here? It's like I've been transported to some like different magical island.
Is it a different house?
Sometimes it is. I fall asleep on my back. I put my pillow. This is very interesting to everybody. I put my pillows like surround my head with pillows, and I just like doze off very well. And then I wake up like a murder scene. Like I'm all over the place. I must do some insane stuff in my sleep.
Wow.
Including snoring, which my wife tells me like every night you snore. I come in and I have to push you out of the position of being on your back. Because when you're back, that's like prime snoring position. But I find it very relaxing to fall asleep that way. And she always falls asleep after me. So she'll walk in. Apparently, every night this happens. And it's like, hey, you're snoring. And like hits me to move me. So actually, I do know how I move.
Yeah.
I just figured it out.
Yeah, so you sleep on your side, but not voluntarily.
No. Yeah.
I just figured this out.
I just figured it out.
Coming up, it's Lightning Fill in the Blank, but first it's the game where you have to listen for the rhyme. If you'd like to play on air, call or leave a message at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. Or click the Contact Us link on our website, waitwait.npr.org. There you can find out about attending our weekly live shows right here at the Chase Bank Auditorium in Chicago, and our upcoming show on March 12th in Atlanta, Georgia at the Fox Theater. And if you want more Wait in your week, check out the Wait Wait quiz for your smart speaker. It's out every Wednesday with Bill and me asking you questions all in the comfort of your home. It's just like this radio show, only now we can hear you. Hi, you're on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hello, my name is Holly. I'm calling from Boulder, Colorado.
Boulder is one of my favorite places. How were you lucky enough to end up there?
I just wanted to live here, so I moved.
You just did it. You just got up. I didn't know that was possible.
Holly makes it sound very easy.
Right. I mean, so you just picked up your life and just moved to Boulder? Did you have a job or just went?
I just went, and I rented a place on the fly and slept on the floor, and now things are better.
So you just picked up and moved, and then you went to a place and you didn't even have a... Are you in witness protection?
Well, welcome to the show, Holly. Bill Curtis is going to read you 3 news-related limericks with the last word or phrase missing from each. If you can fill in that last word or phrase correctly in just 2 of the limericks, you'll be a winner. You ready to play?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let's hear your first limerick.
Since death doesn't come all that often, its costs our new kit tries to soften. A box and an urn and a hex wrench to turn. Our kit lets you build your own.
Coffin.
Yes, there you go.
Oh, my God.
DIY projects are all the rage, although in this case, DIY is just an alternative spelling for die. More and more people are choosing to make their own coffins rather than shell out big bucks to big death. Think of it as making a birdhouse, but this time you're the bird and you're dead. A company in Japan is helping people make their own coffins, lowering the cost of funeral planning. But what if you're not handy? What if it falls apart? Just make sure you're buried with an Allen wrench. Right now, the kits are only available in Japan. You have to assume that IKEA will get in on this trend. Build-it-yourself coffins, though pick your burial plot carefully, because an IKEA coffin will not survive a move. Here is your next limerick.
For coffee, we're not depraved schemers. The flavors we crave make us dreamers. Beyond almond and oats, let's try Peeps, root beer floats. We love to explore flavored...
Peanut?
No, although flavored peanuts would be a delightful thing.
No.
There was a clue in the first line, which was for coffee, and then
For
it rhymes
coffee,
with schemers.
Schemers?
Non-dairy.
Creamer?
Yeah! According to the Wall Street Journal, sales of flavored liquid coffee creamers rose 9% last year. Much of that can be credited to new, even sweeter flavors like Reese's Peanut Butter Cup and Funfetti.
Funfetti?
No, you know how it is. Don't talk to me in the morning until I've had my diabetes. By the way, the technical term for these products is oil-based creamers. That's right, they're made with oil. Sweet, light, crude, naturally. Other flavors include cinnamon roll, almond joy, and sugar cookie. You know, it's like, I like my coffee like I like my men. Really disappointing. Here, Holly, is your last limerick.
Well, I might go out for a jog. My furry friend sleeps like a log. I will play him some songs, saying, I won't be long, from a playlist that's made for my...
Dog.
Yes, dog.
It is. Dog it is.
Spotify is now making music playlists for dogs. But really, why ruin dogs by making them music snobs, too?
Wait, what are the songs? Like, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Actually, it is. These playlists have music that dogs are presumed to like, and it also has human voices saying nice, pleasant things to them to play, you know, while you're not at home. I mean, it could backfire. It's like, play Who Let the Dogs Out? No one, that's who. That's why I peed in the carpet.
I mean, this makes sense. It is called Spotify.
All right. Bill, how did Holly do in our quiz?
Holly got them all right. 3-0.
Congratulations, Holly. Thank you so much for playing.
Support for this podcast and the following message come from Hulu. With your favorite reality TV shows in one place, Hulu is the home for reality TV's biggest fans. Start your free trial today. Learn more at Hulu.com.
Now on to our final game, Lightning Fill in the Blank. Each of our players will have 60 seconds in which to answer as many fill-in-the-blank questions as they can. Each correct answer is worth 2 points. Bill, can you give us the scores at this point?
You're not going to believe this. Peter and Hari have 2 each, and Amy has 4.
Oh, my gosh.
I do believe that. I believe that.
Not possible.
I believe.
All right, we have flipped a coin, and Hari has elected to go first. Fill in the blank. On Wednesday, blank was the only member of the GOP to vote guilty in Trump's impeachment trial.
Mitt Romney.
Right. A new report shows that Illinois sold almost $40 million of legal blank in January.
Cheese.
No. Weed. On Thursday, prosecutors rested their case against disgraced movie producer blank.
Harvey Weinstein.
Right. This week, authorities in Tennessee arrested a loan officer named blank for stealing over $50,000 in customer payments.
Thievery.
No, her name was Sarah Swindle. On Wednesday, Ponzi scheme mastermind blank requested an early medical release from prison.
Bernie Madoff.
Yes. A man in Utah is facing criminal charges after he was caught blanking to get free hotel rooms.
Stealing.
No. He got free hotel rooms by releasing rats in the rooms and then complaining. Police have confirmed that the man executed the scam at least 3 hotels, but say it's likely he pulled it off at many more. He's been charged with misdemeanor fraud and felony, having a really good idea. Bill, how did Hari do on our quiz?
Hari got 3 right, 6 more points, total of 8, puts him in the lead.
All right, very good. Peter, you're up next.
Okay.
Fill in the blank. On Thursday, China announced they were relaxing blanks on $75 billion of U.S. products.
Tariffs?
Right. On Wednesday, warehouse workers for online giant blank called on the company to improve working conditions.
Amazon?
Right. This week, a cruise ship in Japan had to be quarantined after an outbreak of blank on board.
Old people.
Coronavirus.
Oh, right, of course.
Citing flagging sales, department store giant blank announced it was closing 125 stores over the next 3 years.
Gimbals? No, Macy's.
Following his poor showing in Iowa, entrepreneur blank laid off dozens of presidential campaign staffers.
Steyer?
No, Andrew Yang. On Thursday, astronaut Christina Koch returned to Earth after a record 328 days aboard the blank.
Space station.
Yeah, the ISS. This week, 2 men were arrested after police discovered a bag full of drugs labeled blank.
Drugs. No, not drugs, in quotes.
You were so close. but it was the bags were labeled "bag full of drugs."
That's like a half point. Do we have half points on this show?
The two men were pulled over for speeding and